Hello, it's Monday the 12th. I'm FxPlew and this is the market brief. Now, the government has announced a major overhaul in its immigration policies. A white paper should be published today, and that will detail plans to reduce immigration and encourage increased training of British workers. Reform may have polled well in the by-elections, but the government may have taken a bit of a bum steer on the proposed solution. Reform are not really objecting to any old Johnny foreigner coming over here taking all of our jobs, despite what the media would have you believe. Their particular axe to grind is with immigrants who are arriving with no job or no means of support, and indeed those who leave employment but then remain in the country. So if you simplify the issue to one of trying to reduce a strain on public services, and particularly the NHS, it all takes an entirely less racist form, doesn't it? Employers are naturally concerned because foreign workers are still needed to fill job shortages. There are around 50,000 jobs in the care sector which are expected to be closed off to overseas recruits now. Those roles will need to be made more attractive for homegrown workers, and typically that means higher wages and or less hours worked. And that quickly starts to look really rather expensive. And inflationary for that matter. Over in the US, Trump's policies are still the dominant driver for the dollar. Over the weekend, there have been efforts to arrange a meeting between Zelensky and Putin for a 30-day ceasefire. There is also growing concern around the Kashmir crisis between India and Pakistan. That is also demanding US attention. And lest we forget, the very small matter of Gaza is still very much unresolved after Trump's real estate plans didn't gain much traction. So much work left to do on the international front. Back home, though, the majority of US small businesses, about 2/3 in fact, are pessimistic about the economy and fear that the tariffs will have a negative impact on their business. That's according to a CNBC survey released on Friday. Of course, Trump continues to claim that all the issues would be resolved by a significant rate cut, but that sentiment is not shared by Powell's team at the Fed. They voted to leave rates unchanged before the weekend. Meanwhile, in the market, the dollar index has recovered comfortably over the 100 level, but the rate decision reaction pulled up slightly short of the 101 level. And then in currencies, we kick off this morning around 132.85 against the dollar, 118.35 against the euro, and euro dollar is around 112.25 on the open this morning. That's it from me. Have a great day.
If you do not have a clue, then just tweet through and ask FxPlew.